Hey everybody, welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We last left off after finishing the Eden Prime mission where pretty much everything that could have gone wrong went wrong, and now we've awakened after a bit of a coma here.
Glad to see you're okay, Commander.
Hey Kaidan.
Commander, I'm glad to see you're okay. Losing Jenkins was hard on the crew, and I'm glad we didn't lose you too.
Things were pretty rough down there.
Yeah, you never get used to seeing dead civilians. It doesn't seem right somehow. But at least you stopped Saren from wiping out the whole colony.
Was that part of Saren's goals? Our goal was to get the beacon, but Saren's goal was not only to get the beacon but also wipe out the colony? I guess so. Yeah, I mean, the Geth, they were killing people.
I couldn't have done it without you.
We're Marines. We stick together. And I'm just sorry that we lost Jenkins.
Yeah, I wish I could have done something to save him.
I was there. You did everything right. It was just bad luck. It's been a hell of a shakedown, Cruz. Our first mission ends with one Spectre killing another. The Citadel Council's not going to be happy about that. Probably use it to lever more concessions out of the Alliance.
Because that's our fault, right? Keeping in mind, the Spectres were appointed by the Council, so if anyone goes rogue and does anything bad, it's partially their fault too.
You've got a good grasp of the situation. You a career man?
Yeah, a lot of biotics are. We're not restricted, but we sure don't go undocumented. May as well get a paycheck for it. Besides, my father served. I made him proud when I enlisted. Eventually. But is that why you're here? Because of your family?
No.
I never met my parents. If they wanted to see me, they'd have contacted me after that mess a few years back.
Oh, that's right, a cruise. I imagine that bought you any post in the fleet. Word is we're heading for the Citadel, ma'am. Can you, tell me why?
Well, we gotta tell the Council what happened, right, soldier?
The captain hopes the ambassador can get an audience with the council. Tell them what Saren's been up to.
Makes sense. They'd probably like to know he's not working for them anymore. Whatever happens, we'll be ready, Commander.
Good to hear, Kaidan.
Joker's waiting for you on the bridge.
Okay. Our objective right now, the primary one, is to... what? The beacon on Eden Prime was destroyed before it self-destructed. It burned... oh, self-destructed. Yeah, I guess that is an important distinction to make. Why? Because it was used or because it was not properly used? It burned horrific images of death and galactic destruction into your mind. Whether these are images of the past or warnings of the future, you can't really say. Yes, so it's to speak to Joker, which means that's the last thing we'll be doing. What about towards the back here? We'll probably be spending quite some time on the ship. Might as well get familiar with it. Ah, that was the bottom. So Joker's actually probably over there. Nav manual. We got a codex for that. Galaxy map? Doesn't seem like I can open it for the time being.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. Losing Jenkins was hard enough on the crew.
Yeah, Kaidan says it was bad luck, but it's kind of a reflection on me as a commander too. I didn't teach him well enough, even though before going down there, we even told him, hey, be careful, okay? Don't just rush in head first. Ashley! Hi.
I'm glad you're okay, Commander. The crew could use some good news after what happened to Jenkins.
Yeah, so I wasn't really too conscious of this last time until I was editing again, but there's a difference between options on the right side and the left side. The left side seems to expand on more information. The right side is the conversation ending option. And then also up or down. Up tends to be more associated with Paragon options, nice options, and the bottom is more Renegade options. Honestly, I'm not too sure how to feel about I don't have any plans of being like, oh, okay, I'm gonna be a good guy, so I'm gonna choose all the good options. I basically just want to choose the options I want to choose, but I understand that also might lock me out of future good options that I might want to use, so I'm in a bit of a pickle right now. We'll just kind of keep going until... Yeah, we'll just keep going.
Jenkins was a valuable part of this crew.
Part of me feels guilty over what happened. If Jenkins was still alive, I might not be here.
No, why? No.
You're a good soldier, Williams. You belong on the Normandy.
Thanks, Commander. I appreciate that.
It's not some zero-sum exchange. We can have one more person on the ship. It's not your fault at all.
Things were pretty rough down there. Are you okay?
I've seen friends die before. Comes with being a Marine. But to see my whole unit wiped out, and you never get used to seeing dead civilians. But things would have been a lot worse if you hadn't shown up.
Now you know how I feel.
We couldn't have done it without you, Williams.
Thanks, Commander. I have to admit, I was a little worried about being assigned to the Normandy. It's nice when someone makes you feel welcome.
I think you're gonna fit in here just fine, Williams.
Thanks, Commander.
Yeah, let's try to create a good, non-hostile workplace environment.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Dr. Chakwas.
How did you end up serving on an Alliance ship?
I enlisted right out of med school. Earth always seemed boring to me. Too safe, too secure. I figured the colonies were teeming with exotic adventure. I wanted to travel the stars, tending the wounds of tough soldiers with piercing eyes and sensitive souls. Turns out military life isn't quite as romantic as I'd imagined. But humanity needs the Alliance if we want to keep expanding through the Traverse, and the Alliance always needs good doctors. So I stayed on to do my part.
We have a sizable crew, and people have come on with different motivations. Kaidan, with his family background, he sounds pretty patriotic. Ashley is just here because of circumstances. And then Dr. Chakwas, who is more on the adventurous side. Yeah, it's... balancing everyone's needs and wants and whatever. I guess that's part of being a good commander too.
Ever think you made the wrong choice?
Sometimes I think about opening a private practice back on Earth. Or maybe taking a position at one of the new med centers out in the colonies. But there's something special about working on soldiers. If I left the Alliance now, I'd feel like I was abandoning them.
What do you know about Captain Anderson?
I've served with him for a few tours now. He knows when to let things slide and when to crack the whip. The crew knows he's seen pretty much anything they'll ever run into. And he cares about the people under his command.
That's good.
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with him before this mission. But he has an impressive service record, over a dozen special commendations. Tends to keep to himself, though. Maybe because of the headaches. It's not easy being an L2.
What is an L2?
What does that have to do with it?
Well, most biotics now use the L3 implants. Lieutenant Alenko was wired with the old L2 configuration. Sometimes there are complications.
What kind of complications?
Severe mental disabilities, insanity, crippling physical pain. There's a long list of horrific side effects. Kaidan's lucky. He just gets migraines.
Oh my god. Is he allowed to upgrade, or is it something you live with for life? We just asked about that.
I should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Thank you, we're learning more about the crew. My locker's right here. Striker, Hurricane, Banshee. We have a lot of Codex entries waiting for us too. Hey soldiers. Not even gonna say hi to your commander? How rude. How rude. Okay, well maybe I'll take a look at my equipment right now. I'm using the Lancer 1, Hane Kadar. I have Avenger 2. Okay, so this is what I have. This is what I'm selecting. This one has higher damage, but it's not as accurate. This one, higher damage. Oh, this one's better. Avenger 2. Basically, look at the number, right? That's a pretty good indication of what's good or not. We'll give this one a try. Avenger. Shotgun. I don't think I used anything outside of the pistol earlier. There's a lot of weapons we can use, and one thing to note is that I don't think reload is a thing here. I haven't noticed it if it is. Maybe not for the gun I was using last time, the little pistol. Oh yeah, we got a lot here. If we have multiples, then probably we can just you know, recycle them. So Stinger 2 is better than my Kessler 1 all across the board. Ah, this is the company that made it, Devlin Industries. Elcor Combine. Okay, let's do that. Basically, this is something we'll take a look at once in a while, but not obsess over, is what I'm thinking. Onyx 1. So these ones, it's grayed out. Oh, because I can't equip it, because it's for Turian only. But I can probably give this to any Turian teammates I have. A lot of handling different stuff. Why can't I wear this one? This is human. I'm not sure, but it's grayed out right now. Ah, we can put in upgrades too. There's actually a lot to manage here. Scorpion. So I can do Scorpion. Oh, I was already wearing this one, Onyx 1, of course. Okay, sounds good. We seem to be a little bit shaken up over losing Jenkins. But that can't be the first crew member we've lost, unfortunately. So we'll just have to keep trucking forward. Plus, our issues have only just began. This is the beginning. Because now we don't know why a Spectre's gone rogue and whatever. In the Normandy's vehicle bay, using a squad member's locker allows you to assign equipment to them. New equipment may be purchased from the requisition officer. I thought this elevator goes back up actually, but we can look at this. Kaidan. Right, so we can look at his stuff too. Ashley and Kaidan. Our 2 crew members for the time being. The Mako. Alliance Requisition Officer.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Are you seriously asking the commander of the ship you're on right now if I want to do some black market dealings?
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap. Hell, the licenses alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
You're employed by the Alliance. This is not something you should be doing on the clock.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
I'll take a look anyway. Oh yeah, there's a lot of stuff, and looking at the costs, looking at how much I have right now, don't think we need to worry too much about this, except for maybe sell duplicates. Yeah? Like these edges, for example. Which I... Yep. Oh. There you go. Did you also want to talk?
Looking for supplies?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Okay, all the different companies.
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends on how many licenses you've purchased, but I'll rotate items on a regular basis regardless. And anytime we land someplace with a big enough port, I'll buy, sell, and trade whatever I can. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Okay, thank you.
Not right now, thanks.
No problem. Keep checking back.
You seem kind of lonely down here. You're all by yourself. Oh, wow. This is what keeps the ship running. Field Integrity Monitor. Engineer Adams.
Shame about Jenkins, Commander.
Yeah, Element Zero Core. You know what? We should probably read about this right now. Some of this anyway. We're getting a lot of things here. Would this be under technology?
Biotics is the ability of rare individuals to manipulate dark energy and create mass effect fields through the use of electrical impulses from the brain. Intense training and surgically implanted amplifiers are necessary for a biotic to produce mass effect fields powerful enough for practical use. The relative strength of biotic abilities varies greatly among species and with each individual. There are 3 branches of biotics. Telekinesis uses mass-lowering fields to levitate or impel objects. Mass-raising kinetic fields are used to block or pin objects. Spatial distortion uses rapidly shifting mass fields to shred objects. Most organic species are capable of developing biotic abilities, though there are risks involved. Biotics are the result of an in utero exposure to element 0. This usually causes fatal cancers in the victim, but in rare cases, it coalesces into nodules within the fetus's developing nervous system.
Element 0, the same thing that's powering our ship right now. And oh my god, these are voiced! What a treat! Element 0, Ezo.
When subjected to an electrical current, the rare material dubbed Element 0, or Ezo, emits a dark energy field that raises or lowers the mass of all objects within it. This mass effect is used in countless ways, from generating artificial gravity to manufacturing high-strength construction materials. It is most prominently used to enable faster-than-light space travel. Ezo is generated when solid matter, such as a planet, is affected by the energy of a star going supernova. The material is common in the asteroid debris that orbits neutron stars and pulsars. These are dangerous places to mine, requiring extensive use of robotics, telepresence, and shielding to survive the incredible radiation from the dead star. Only a few major corporations can afford the setup costs required to work these primary sources. Humanity discovered refined Element 0 at the Prothean Research Station on Mars, allowing them to create mass effect fields and develop FTL travel.
This is the specific thing that allowed us to join the space race. I see. Very, very vital and important then. The SSV Normandy. I'm actually not too sure what SSV stands for. We have 3 floors. The bottom floor is the going out to a mission floor. The middle floor is like med bay and maybe resting rooms, just chill out. And the first floor is, the top floor I mean, is the deck. How many people do we have on the Normandy? A good few dozen, right? That's what it seems like. Hey, Joker.
Good timing, Commander. I was just about to bring us into the Citadel. See that taxpayer money at work.
Oh, this is beautiful.
Look at the size of that ship.
The Ascension, flagship of the Citadel fleet.
Well, size isn't everything.
Why so touchy, Joker?
I'm just saying you need firepower too.
Look at that monster. Its main gun could rip through the barriers on any ship in the Alliance fleet.
Good thing it's on our side then.
Citadel Control, this is SSV Normandy, requesting permission to land.
Stand by for clearance, Normandy. Clearance granted. You may begin your approach. Transferring you to an Alliance operator.
Roger, Alliance Tower. Normandy out.
Normandy, this is Alliance Tower. Please proceed to Dock 422.
Oh my goodness. This is an epic.
This is an outrage! The Council would step in if the Geth attacked a Turian colony?
The Turians don't found colonies on the borders of the Terminus systems, Ambassador.
Humanity was well aware of the risks when you went into the Traverse.
Wow.
What about Saren? You can't just ignore a rogue Spectre. I demand action!
You don't get to make demands of the Council, Ambassador.
Citadel Security is investigating your charges against Saren. We will discuss the CSEC findings at the hearing, not before.
Captain Anderson, I see you brought half your crew with you.
Just the ground team from Eden Prime, in case you had any questions.
I have the mission reports. I assume they're accurate?
They are. Sounds like you convinced the Council to give us an audience.
They were not happy about it. Saren's their top agent. They don't like him being accused of treason.
I feel like right off the bat, you can see that they're biased against us already. Humanity is the underdog, and they're like, oh, well, you know, small galactic race, just get to the back of the line. We don't care about you that much.
Saren's a threat to every human colony out there. He needs to be stopped. The Council has to listen to us.
Settle down, Commander. You've already done more than enough to jeopardize your candidacy for the Spectres. The mission on Eden Prime was a chance to prove you could get the job done. Instead, Nihilus ended up dead and the beacon was destroyed.
That's Saren's fault, not hers.
Then we better hope the CSEC investigation turns up evidence to support our accusations. Otherwise, the Council might use this as an excuse to keep you out of the Spectres. Come with me, Captain. I want to go over a few things before the hearing. Shepard, you and the others can meet us at the Citadel Tower, top level. I'll make sure you have clearance to get in.
And that's why I hate politicians.
Most people in the military do, I imagine. Important locations are on my map. We are in Ambassador Udina's office, the human ambassador, Volus and Elcor office. So every race has their own office. Volus and Elcor, those are another race. CSEC HQ, Embassy Lounge, Elevator, Anomaly. There's an anomaly right here. That sounds like something we should be checking out. Ooh, set a destination? We can probably see that on the map. Follow the pulsing arrow to go to the Citadel Tower. Oh, I just changed it. Look at this, though. Is this our first time in the Citadel? I imagine not, but... Oh, it's like a bustling metropolis, especially in comparison to the cramped Normandy.
Big place.
I can't tell the aliens from the animals.
Excuse me, you better watch your words here. We're the underdog. Computer console, easy decryption. Oop! Oh no, oh no. Oh no. Alliance Patrol Report. Captain Hendrickson reported some unusual energy readings during a patrol of the Argus Row Cluster. She had particular concerns about the Hydra system, but was recalled before her team could investigate further. No patrols are scheduled for the sector. Do we want to send in a recon team? Can I go? Oh, maybe I can. My journal just got updated. Okay. Outside Udina's office, here's the other people's office. Or aliens.
I understand what you're saying, but these allegations are very serious. This is serious. My reputation is at stake. I spoke with the consort in confidence, and her alone, and she betrayed that confidence. All right. I will look into it for you. In the meantime, do not do anything rash.
Pallin is probably the ambassador here, and someone's coming for a consultation. Zelton.
Hello there, human. Sincere apology, but I am here on business and cannot be distracted right now.
You seem distressed. Is there something I can do to help?
Alarmed response. You overheard that, did you? This is all going so wrong, and it is the Asari consort's fault. She's the one who started all this.
Asari, another race?
Who's this Asari consort?
Curious, you have not heard. You must be new to the Citadel. Everyone knows Sha'ira, the consort. I cannot speak more about this problem. It is too sensitive. Suffice it to say, she has compromised my authority as a diplomat.
Oh my gosh, where is this alien speaking out of? Wait, which one are you? Are you the Elcor or the other one?
Where can I find this Asari consort?
She is across the bridge from here. Her offices are easy enough to spot. Good day, human.
Cue for me to have a look.
Strained greeting, human.
Oh.
This is really not a good time.
They talk a little bit funny too.
So long then.
Thanks to you, human. Good day.
Part of having a lot of different races here is we gotta embrace the diversity. Din Korlak.
EarthClan, you are in the wrong place, I think. Your ambassador is next door in the large office.
Chastising remark. Don't be so rude, Din. At least introduce yourself.
I am Din Korlak, Volus ambassador. Is there something I can do for you, EarthClan?
No, I just came to say hi. Already? Let's start small.
What is it you do here?
I look out for the best interests of the Volus people. No easy task considering how often we are overlooked by the Council.
Chastising rebuke, Din. The Council favors your species greatly.
You are naive. The EarthClan will be invited to the Council long before our species will.
In a perfect world, they really should be having, like, every time they discover a new species, they should be saying, okay, we'll send one of your representatives here and we'll have a big, long talk. But no, in reality, only the select elite few get to join. And it seems like not getting to join is not a problem that only humans face.
Why aren't the Elcor or Volus part of the Council?
All species must prove themselves before they join the Council. All but the EarthClans, it would seem.
Excuse me?
Dismissive. Ignore the Volus ambassador, human. He is incorrect in his assessment.
Really? How long have we been waiting? How long do you think we'll continue to wait? Bah, this talk is wasted on the humans.
We're on the same side. We're in the same situation. Let's not fight.
I'd like to know more about the Volus.
I'm sure our history and culture would bore you, EarthClan.
Why? Why would you think that?
Actually, I would like to know more about your history.
My people came to the Citadel shortly after the Asari and Solarians had discovered it. We were instrumental in establishing a standardized galactic economy. However, despite our long association with the Citadel and our many contributions to galactic society, we still do not hold a seat on the Council.
I'm gonna guess that races that are good militarily have a higher chance of being on the Council, because no matter what happens, they can just probably strong-arm themselves on it. So the fact that the Volus are good with the economy, it's not a military thing, it's not a power thing, and therefore they don't really have as much persuasive power.
Tell me about Volus culture.
We are tribal by nature, but our ways are not violent. We barter and trade our lands and tribe members in order to increase status. Larger tribes often engulf smaller ones and eventually split again. Our society is very malleable, and our government is always shifting and changing. Since we're not physically adept, we trade our services for protection.
There you go, not physically adept. They mostly focus on trade and barter.
What is this place?
You are in the embassy for the Volus and the Elcor.
Your ambassador is next door, in his own office.
In this shared space, I aid my fellow Volus when I'm not being interrupted.
You guys seem like fun. I think it says a lot already that the Volus and the Elcor have to share an office. So they actually might be below us in terms of like ranking to get up in the council. Ambassadors, embassies, do these only exist for clans that are not in the council? We'll have to go around and see.
You seem to have a bit of a chip on your shoulder, Din.
You humans are new to the Citadel, and yet the council has granted you great favor.
Chastising rebuke, Din. Your species has always been granted many concessions. Volus territory has expanded tenfold since coming to the Citadel.
Details. We still have no real say in the decisions that affect Citadel space.
I can imagine that being frustrating.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Yes, yes. Good day, Earth Clan.
And just eyeballing it, I feel like they have a smaller space than us. Oh my god, what is that? Hold on. Oh, hello, Kaidan?
Pleased greeting. Human, it is always good to see your kind. I am Ambassador Kaidan. Genuine query. Is there something I can do for you this day?
Affirmative response, Ambassador.
Why do you explain what you're about to say?
Our people communicate less through words and more through scent and slight movements. Plainly, we discovered our vocal expression was not enough to convey the feelings of our conversations to other species.
Why do you bother, Kaidan? These Earth Clan don't really care about our ways.
Remorseful response, Din. You don't truly believe that, and if you do, I am very sorry for you.
I'm glad to see you're much more open-minded. Oh, we have so many differences of all these species in the galaxy. Things that hold true for all humans, like smiles or facial expressions being universal, suddenly they're not universal anymore.
Tell me more about your species.
Genuine enthusiasm. I delight in telling the history of my people. It is agreeable to share our culture with others.
I concur.
Tell me about the history and origins of the Elcor.
The Elcor were just beginning to explore Council space when the Asari first made contact with us. With their help, we discovered the relay closest to our system, and from there the Citadel. Proudly, within one lifetime we established a regular route to the Citadel, and quickly became one of the more active species living on this great station.
I'd like to know more about the culture of the Elcor.
Frankly, we Elcor prefer the safety and familiarity of our own colonies to the confines of space travel. Our society is built on small, tight-knit groups, though we are always welcoming to outsiders. Our government tends to be very stable. Our people are not very comfortable with sudden changes.
A little bit funny that you're getting paired with the Volus, who are very much not like that.
What do you do here?
Modestly, I work to bring the problems and the requests of the Elcor groups to the attention of the Council.
Ha! They only give us these positions to keep us quiet. The Council doesn't care about our races.
Chastising rebuke. Your tone is inappropriate, Din. This human is not to blame for your malcontent or your misconceived suspicions.
Thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye, Ambassador.
Sincere farewell. Good day to you, human. Enjoy your time on the Citadel.
What an unlikely pair. Now what's going on over here? I don't even know what race this is. We have so many different... Oh, there's so much going on here. I'm honestly baffled at just how immersive this is already. Just I don't have words. Just let me gush for a little bit, okay? Sorry. You can tell from the simple conversation we just had with the ambassadors that there is a very realized world.
Welcome to the Presidium. Allow me to be your guide. Greetings and welcome to the Presidium. My name is Avina, and I am pleased to be your virtual guide throughout this level of the Citadel space station.
That is a rude question, but we will ask it.
So are you a person or a program?
I am a fully interactive virtual intelligence, programmed to provide spontaneous guidance at predetermined locations of interest throughout this level of the Citadel. I may also be contacted through any of the Presidium VI terminals, should you require assistance.
Give me the tour.
You are standing at Presidium Tourism Terminal 1. On either side of this lobby are the embassies of the various Citadel races, along with CSEC headquarters. On the far end of this level, you can see the Citadel Tower, where the Council meets regularly to discuss matters of interstellar importance.
Tell me about the embassies.
Each species in Citadel space important enough to be consulted on matters of galactic politics maintains an embassy on the Presidium. The Volus were the first non-council species to be granted an embassy, roughly 2,384 galactic standard years ago. As Citadel space has expanded, more embassies have been added. The most recently added embassy belongs to your own species, humanity. It was added 19 galactic standard years ago, despite some rather vocal opposition.
Did you catch that? The species important enough to have a say, get a say. Not everybody, okay?
Why were people trying to keep my species out?
Some species felt humanity was given preferential treatment. It often takes a century or more before a new species is granted an embassy. The Council gave a great deal of thought to this matter. In the end, they decided humanity's impact on Citadel space was significant enough to warrant an embassy.
From Ambassador Udina's conversation with the Citadel, the holograms earlier, or the Council, got the impression they don't really care about us, but we were significant enough to apparently be here, so maybe that's not so true. There's probably a lot of things happening in the background here.
How come the Volus were the first species given an embassy?
In the early years following the formation of the Council, the Volus were, apart from the Asari and Salarians, the most populous and widespread species in Citadel space. They established many new colonies and trading outposts, and they petitioned the Council for a greater role in determining interstellar policy. In recognition of their work to expand interstellar trade and establish a standardized galactic economy, the Volus were granted an embassy here on the Citadel.
Why weren't they made a council race?
The council races have extensive responsibilities. They must provide personnel and ships for the Citadel fleets. They often provide economic aid in times of disaster. It would be unfair to demand such an enormous burden of a species unable to meet these obligations. The embassies allow lesser species to have a voice on the Citadel.
They've definitely thought about this answer. It's a very politician-like answer.
That's pretty damn arrogant.
I apologize if my personality has offended you. Please submit all formal complaints in writing to the Citadel Tourist and Visitor Board.
I'll think about it.
What can you tell me about the Citadel Council?
Originally, the Council consisted of representatives from the Asari and Salarians, the two dominant species in Citadel space. Roughly 1,304 galactic standard years ago, Turians were invited to join the Council in recognition of the role they played during the Krogan Rebellion. Since then, the three Council races have worked together to ensure the peaceful coexistence of the galactic community, while preserving individual autonomy for each species.
Can't help but notice that the Council races all seem humanoid. In comparison, especially in comparison to the ambassadors we just saw who were not as humanoid. Maybe there's like some subconscious racism going on already.
It can't be as simple as that. There must be problems somewhere in the system.
I am not programmed to make that kind of qualified judgment. My code is limited to information and simple interaction simulations.
Fair enough.
Do you know anything about specters?
The term Spectre is derived from the branch of Special Tactics and Reconnaissance. Each Spectre agent is handpicked by the Council. Their primary role is preserving galactic stability and resolving volatile situations that cannot be handled through normal political channels. In this role, they are granted extraterritorial rights and jurisdictions. Spectres answer to no law or authority except the Council itself.
So when one goes rogue, especially the top Spectre, that's a huge deal. But what could potentially motivate a Spectre to go rogue? They already have so much power. Why or how could they be enticed to help somebody else?
I want to know more about Citadel security.
Citadel security serves as law enforcement for all regions of the Citadel, though the majority of officers serve in the wards. Executor Pallin, a Turian, is the current head of CSEC, but individuals from virtually every species across Citadel space serve as officers beneath him. If you wish to learn more, Executor Pallin's office is located in the CSEC headquarters just across the lobby.
I would love to learn more.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you for using Avina. Please enjoy your visit to the Citadel.
Thank you. Thank you. Who was that lady that kept walking around behind me? She was so distracting. Embassy receptionist.
Good day, Commander. The human ambassador is up the stairs, first room on the right.
You know who I am?
Yes, I receive reports on all newly arrived dignitaries and notable people.
I'm notable.
What is this place?
This is the Presidium. More specifically, you are at the Citadel embassies. If you have more questions, please access Avina.
And stop bothering me.
What's that?
Oh, Avina is the virtual guide for the Citadel. Feel free to access the terminal yourself.
And stop bothering me.
What's your name? What do you do here?
My name is Safiria. I'm the administrative assistant for the embassies.
You seem to be distracted.
The embassies are the hub of all Citadel politics. When you represent trillions of citizens, it tends to get a little busy.
And you're the only person working as a receptionist here for 1 trillion citizens? My god, they gotta hire more people. What was that option that was here earlier? Have we met before? I wanted to comment on it, but it's gone now. But it might be for the best, because I got the feeling that that might have been like a racist thing. Like, hey, all aliens look the same because I don't know too much about them.
I should be going now.
Have a pleasant day.
Alright. You kept walking back and forth, back and forth. This is an Asari? This is a Solarian. So the council races... Oh, we have them all right here. A Turian, an Asari, and a Solarian. Yes, perfect.
The Asari were the first species to discover the Citadel. When the Solarians arrived, it was the Asari who proposed the establishment of the Citadel Council to maintain peace throughout the galaxy. Since then, the Asari have served as the mediators and centrists of the Council. An all-female race, the Asari reproduce through a form of parthenogenesis. They can attune their nervous system to that of another individual of any gender and of any species to reproduce. This capability has led to the unseemly and inaccurate rumors about Asari promiscuity. Asari can live for over 1,000 years, passing through 3 stages of life. In the maiden stage, they wander restlessly, seeking new knowledge and experience. When the matron stage begins, they meld with interesting partners to produce their offspring. This ends when they reach the matriarch stage, where they assume the roles of leaders and counselors.
And the one that we saw talking to Saren was a matriarch. The reproduction system? In Pokemon terms, the Asari kind of sound like Ditto. Might be kind of rude to compare, but that's what it sounds like to me. An all-female race, the centrists. the mediators.
Roughly 1,200 years ago, the Turians were invited to join the Citadel Council to fulfill the role of galactic peacekeepers. The Turians have the largest fleet in Citadel space, and they make up the single largest portion of the Council's military forces. As their territory and influence has spread, the Turians have come to rely on the Solarians for military intelligence and the Asari for diplomacy. Despite a somewhat colonial attitude towards the rest of the galaxy, the ruling hierarchy understands they would lose more than they would gain if the other two races were ever removed. Turians come from an autocratic society that values discipline and possesses a strong sense of personal and collective honor. There is lingering animosity between Turians and humans over the First Contact War of 2157, which is known as the Relay 314 incident to the Turians. Officially, however, the two species are allies, and they enjoy civil, if cool, diplomatic relations.
So the Turians definitely sound like the ones who are militaristically strong. Solarians for military intelligence, Asari for diplomacy, Turians for military strength. Got it. Speaking of which, our points, do they need to be distributed? Especially for talking. I mean, I don't feel like I'll intimidate people that often, but I don't like knowing that we can be in a conversation where there are options we can't say, so I think I'll just bust this all the way up to. And then the rest of it, for now it shouldn't be too important because we're not in battle. Can we adjust it if we ever feel like it? I actually am not sure. We can undo it here, but is that just for... is that for all the points, or? For my allies, maybe it's good enough just to use auto level up, because this is a lot of fiddling. We'll see. Was this CSEC? Diplomat. Elcor Diplomat.
I can't believe I landed a job here. This place is fantastic.
Good for you. Oh, you know, the one thing that's very different about the different races is that our lifespans. We joined the Citadel about a century ago, they mentioned. So the first person who came into contact with the Citadel stuff is probably dead already. They never got to see the fruits of their labors.
Human, delighted, welcome. It is good to meet you.
Affirmative response. Diplomatic archive. Turian here. Yet another one of these guys. Especially when you compare a human to an Asari who lives for 1,000 years. Ah, Executor Pallin. Yeah, the fact that the main guy at CSEC is a Turian, that says something about their military strength too.
Commander Shepard, I didn't expect to see you here. Did Ambassador Udina send you?
I came on my own. I need information.
You humans are always so curious, always sticking your fingers into someone else's pie. Is that the right expression? Never mind, forget I asked. Was there something you needed, Commander?
Sorry, I just forgot about the one on the left side, because I wanted to directly answer his question, instead of, like, changing the topic.
Tell me about CSEC.
CSEC provides necessary police and security services throughout the Citadel. We're a civilian government agency, though many of our members have had military training. Of course, as the CSEC representative to the Council, I spend most of my time liaising between the two.
Tell me about your investigation into Saren.
Sorry, Commander. I don't make a habit of giving out details about ongoing investigations.
Understandable.
I get the feeling you're not too fond of humans.
No, I just don't trust your kind. Not yet. You humans are eager to take all the power you can get, and you're being given a lot. If the Council wants to make humanity their new favorite pet, that's their business. But I don't have to like it.
Hey, well, he's being quite frank about not liking us too much. I think that's admirable in a way.
The Council treats us like second-class citizens. We have to fight for everything we get.
Good. Then fight for it. But don't expect the rest of us to just sit back and let you take it. I'm a busy man, Commander. Are we done here?
Did I piss him off a little bit? I might have. Everyone sees it differently. It's just like back with the Volus and the Elcor. We're not being given a seat on the council, but Volus, your lands increased by a tenfold. We're never happy with what we have.
What do you know about the Spectres?
They're the right hand of the council, or so they like to be called. More like the underhanded side of the council.
What do you have against the Spectres?
I can't abide any organization that considers itself above the law, especially when it's left up to each individual Spectre to decide when and how to bend the rules.
I'm not sure if we should be antagonizing people here, because this is on the bottom, so I get the impression this is... Is this additional dialogue, or is this actively shaping my relationship with this guy?
Sometimes you have to bend the law to keep people safe.
I've been with CSEC for 30 years. I've never had to break the law to do my job, not once.
Yeah, right. You expect us to believe none of your officers are corrupt?
There are over 200,000 CSEC agents. Some of them are going to be bad. But we don't turn a blind eye to corruption like the Spectres do. We do our best to find and punish any officer who breaks the law. Spectres? They'll never come under that kind of scrutiny.
Yeah, I can agree with that. And it's very frustrating as someone who is part of an organization that does abide by the laws.
The galaxy needs people like that. People who do the dirty jobs.
I agree. But they need to be held to a higher standard. They need to be accountable. Saren's out of control. We both know that. But because he's a Spectre, the Council doesn't want to do anything about it. Is that the kind of person this galaxy needs?
No.
But not all Spectres are like Saren.
True. But the potential is always there.
This guy seems pretty fair. He's being pretty outright about not liking humans, but he doesn't like Saren, who is also a Turian like him.
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander.
Thank you for answering my questions. Taking time out of your day. I'm just gonna steal all your information now, if you would let me. Thank you very much. Oh no! Diplomatic advisory warning. The following message was transmitted from an untraceable account to multiple recipients across the extranet. Further monitoring of the situation is warranted. My fellow biotic, you have been selected to receive this transmission because of our shared plight. Few understand us, few tolerate us. We must stand together. We must build our own new world. Come, join us in the Hawking Ida cluster. Only as one body can we right the wrongs done to our kind. The galaxy is so big, there's probably so much going on all over that we don't know about. And everyone who's here abides by Citadel and Council rules. But there's gotta be races out there who are like, well, no, we're gonna play our own game. I don't care about you. What's going on over there? I am so sorry, I wanted to run. Force of habit. Pressed shift. Everyone having a nice high tea here?
Don't believe the rumors. The consort would never reveal her secrets.
Of course she would. She'd be tossed at the nearest airlock if she did.
I suppose. Besides, Nick, the consort's nothing like the girls back on the colonies. She's...
You don't have to do it with her. You can just talk to her if you want.
Is that all you did, Jazz? Just talk?
I didn't say that.
Ha! I bet you did too.
Shut up, Fredericks.
This guy's balding. The consort.
What do you want? Oh, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
Relax, Private. This isn't an inspection.
Right, sorry. What can I do for you, Commander?
What can you tell me about the Asari consort?
Well, she's an Asari who works here as... That is, she helps people with things.
You never went to see her, did you, Fredericks?
No, I never did. I couldn't afford it. It costs half a year's credits just to go in and talk to her.
Can you at least tell me where I can find her?
Sure. She's across the bridge from the embassies.
Thanks, kid. Have fun. Try not to get into too much trouble.
I will. Have fun, that is. Commander, good to see you again.
Have fun, soldiers. Be at ease. Nasana.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Oh.
I don't have time to talk now. I'm very busy.
Hello, Commander. Can I get you something?
What have you got?
Information, mostly. Would you like to know about some points of interest nearby?
I would love to.
What's going on around here?
Well, you found the embassies. Not much going on here. Across the bridge, you'll find the bank, the Emporium, and Shaira's. If you haven't heard of her, you soon will. If you need supplies, you can try the markets one level below. For entertainment, I'd try Flux or Cora's Den.
What is Shaira's?
The consort? She entertains clients who can afford her services. Most of the diplomats and ambassadors have visited her at one time or another. She's a very powerful woman, but also very respected.
I can see that. A little bit surprising though, because consorts in Earth human terms, usually they're not that well respected.
Tell me about Flux and Cora's Den.
Well, Flux has gambling and dancing, certainly more lively than this place. Cora's Den, on the other hand, well, let's just say it's livelier and deadlier, all at the same time.
Good to know.
Goodbye.
So long, Commander. Have a pleasant day.
I will. Thank you. Yet another one of these thingies. I am so sorry I keep doing that. He's working hard on his little computer. Wow. Wow, this is just one section of the Citadel. I could spend all day here. I really could. Woo! I love it.
This place seems strange. Wish there were more humans around.
Don't say things like that around other people. That's not nice.